Good morning. We are here with our next history lesson, which I'm super excited about. This is the Iron Age with the time traveling twins. So let's get started. Whoosh! Tina and Tim have traveled to the year 350 BC. They are in the Iron Age. The Trojan War was fought during the Iron Age. Tina and Tim start their adventure. They walk to a nearby market. They learn many things from inside the market. Tina sees a blacksmith working with iron. Tim says they make many tools and weapons from iron. Tim overhears people talking about the Olympic Games. Tina says this was when the first Olympic Games started. They were athletic contests like running and throwing. Tina listens to an old man in the market. He is talking about the Trojan War. Tim says the end of the war was famous for the use of a hollow wooden horse filled with soldiers. Tim watches a man teach a group of children. Tina says two famous Greek philosophers, Plato and Aristotle, taught during this time. Tina sees two men starting trouble at the food stand. Tim says guards are going to be here soon. We'd better leave before they get here. Tina and Tim start running for the time machine. They get to the time machine and they push the buttons. They fly away just in time. Tina and Tim have learned a lot from this adventure. It is time for Tina and Tim to time travel once again. Whoosh. Okay, we talked about some different things during the Iron Age, so let's go look at the real pictures and check them out. Okay, so the first place they went was the Iron Age market. So over here you can see a picture of what a market might have looked like during the Iron Age. It most likely was different tents or huts that were set up, and you could see the people outside working. They probably had food markets. They had people working with wood, with iron. They had people that were probably weaving things like baskets, metals, clothes, all sorts of different things. Kind of almost like a farmer's market today, but this was their version of a Walmart or something like that. This is where they went and bought everything. All right. Tina and Tim saw a blacksmith working in the market. A blacksmith works with metal. They build spears, they build tools, weapons, different things using iron. So right here is a cartoon or a painting picture of a Iron Age blacksmith. So he's using a hammer or a mallet to hit the metal and shape it the way he wants while it's hot. Here is another picture. This is a new picture, but it shows you what it was like back then of someone using the heat from the fire to work with the metal. The next thing our story talked about was the first Olympic Games. So this is before the modern Olympic Games. This was back when the contest was just starting a long time ago. And so here's a drawing depiction of what it might have looked like. So they are holding their fire, and then they're also holding things for protection, and so they're shields. And so this might have been what the running contest might have looked like. In the story, we saw a picture of somebody throwing rocks. That having something heavy and being strong and able to throw it, that is the kind of competitions that they had at the first Olympic Games. All right, the Trojan Horse. This is what helped win the Trojan War. So this is very big. If you can see this picture, here's a tree beside it. So think the people would be really small under this tree, and this horse is huge. People got inside of this horse, and then they rolled it into the city and pretended like it was a gift. But then people jumped out, soldiers or warriors jumped out of the horse and they won the war by being tricky and sneaky. So here's a kind of a cartoon example that you can see. You see the guys here, these are the warriors, and they're actually inside of that horse, and there was a trap door that opened up, and they were all able to jump out and surprise them. All right. These two men that you see pictured here are Aristotle and Plato. They are known as some of the great philosophers, and they were some of the first teachers that really helped start shaping education. So I hope that this is interesting, that you can see kind of what they might have looked like back then, what your teachers might have looked like if you lived during the Iron Age. I hope you enjoyed this. And I can't wait next week to start learning about some more different time periods. I hope that you found it interesting, and I can't wait to talk to y'all soon. Bye bye.